がキュータ
Ah, sí. Ok, vamos.
The Minions have always been here, and I'm not referring to the lore established in their first solo outing. For as long as mascot characters have existed, the essence of a minion has also existed. It just took some time to mine out the minion as we know it today. If you are a cultured person, you may have seen the 2006 Aardman film Flushed Away, released only 4 years before the first Despicable Me film. Flushed Away's silly mascot characters were the Slugs, these singing freaks who apparently like listening to Akon, or Bobby Vinton. Perhaps not entirely the same, they're not speaking Minionese after all, but they do resemble the Minions in their number and their general presence in the story. Minionese. Now, if I ask you who Rayman is, you're probably going to raise an eyebrow at me, unfortunately. But if I were to mention to you a Raving Rabbit, their first game released in 2006 as well, so we can consider this year the beginning of Miniongeddon. Then of course 2010 hits and bam, there they are. The yellow balls of malice and contempt ready to serve anyone who commits an act of evil. Yet we as a society worship them. Isn't that ironic? We love and adore characters who exist to love and adore others. Are we that starved of affection? The Minions' third solo outing, Minions and Monsters, arrives at the Odyssey on the 14th of August, and some are calling this their best film yet. A genuine love letter to cinema that harnesses the nature of the Minions into their full potential by alluding to the kinds of films their sense of humour was birthed from. Now, I was tasked to do the write-up for the film in the August programme, and perhaps riding the high of this praise that I'd heard, I decided to have a little fun with the description here. I started off the write-up by saying, "Hide your bananas, because the Minions are back." Because the Minions like bananas, right? As soon as the programme was published, I began to doubt myself. I haven't seen the Despicable Me films or the Minion films in quite a while, but I like to think I have a good memory about these things. Yet I couldn't recall a single time a Minion actually ate a banana. A sane man wouldn't worry about this, he'd simply continue on with his life. There's more important things to get on with, after all. See, I thought, when I wrote this, I thought about the Despicable Me 2 teaser trailer, this one.
Ba 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 banana.
I genuinely remember when this teaser trailer dropped, it was like an event. Like, I was like, it's an event I remember in my life. They're doing Despicable Me 2. Oh my goodness. But again, did they actually eat a banana? No, in fact, in this teaser trailer, they even mention a potato. So as far as I'm concerned, all bets are off. So I want to investigate. I want to see if these actually like bananas. Let's go. In Despicable Me 1, only one minion eats one banana. It's in like the first 10 minutes of the film. You see him in the background. Here he is. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be like, oh great, there you go. First film, first 10 minutes, there's a minion eating a banana. There we go. Wrap up. Let me ask you something. Are you a psychopath? You see one minion eating one banana and you're suddenly like, oh, every minion likes bananas. What's wrong with you? Tell you what, I've got counter evidence, because in the scene where Gru steals the shrink ray, you see that the lab people there have left out a plate of bananas for the animal test subject. And when this minion comes in to steal the shrink ray, does he take the bananas as well? No, he doesn't. He leaves them. Is that a guy who loves bananas? Is that a group of people who loves bananas? No. So yes, I watched the entire first Despicable Me film just to add a number 1 here to this banana counter. We're gonna keep going. By the way, this first film, Despicable Me 1, is like so fine except for like 3 things. 1, Despicable Me theme song. Bing! 2, this scene where Gru's reading the bedtime story.
Though while you sleep, we are apart. Your mommy loves you with all her heart.
Like, okay, I guess this is now some like Mike Leigh, Ken Loach film about generational trauma. Okay, go off, I guess. And the third thing, by the way, is when Gru breaks into Vector's house at the end, it is actually, like, so sick. Like, bro's been playing the Japanese hack and slash games, you know, he's got the moves, he's got the combos. Anyway, on to the next film. Papoi. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Did it get darker in here? Despicable Me 2 brought the Minions back in full force after the success of the first film. It even turned them purple to create the evil Minions. I thought the Minions were already predisposed to evil, so these guys must just be on a whole nother level. There are 2 instances of what we will call bananarage in Despicable Me 2. But do you want to know how many bananas are eaten in this film? 0. 0 bananas are eaten in the second Despicable Me film, and they thought I'd just let that go. You're gonna just try and sell these mascot characters on the fact that they love bananas. Not a single banana eaten in their second outing. They thought they could pull one over on me. They thought they could pull one over on me, right? I've got them. I've got them. Not much to say about the second Despicable Me film aside from this, other than that there is a scene where the Minions do sing I Swear by All For One, but of course in Minionese, not in English, you know, because Minionese is the language that they speak. We have established this. Personally, I feel like we can wrap the investigation up. I mean, 1 banana across 2 films, you're joking me. It would, of course, be remiss of me not to at least watch the first Minions film, just to really solidify this investigation, so I guess we'll do it. Now, of course, the first Minions film does establish that these little critters will serve anyone who commits evil, and will also inadvertently kill most of them while trying to do that. Weird that the first Minions film has a higher death count than the first 2 Despicable Me films. Is that strange to anyone else? Now, of course, we are here to answer the question, do the Minions like bananas? And while there is a banana in the first 5 minutes of the first Minions film, it doesn't get eaten. It doesn't get eaten. I mean, okay, well, actually, 5 minutes later, a banana is eaten by Stuart, one of the 3 main minions of this film. And admittedly, there is also the scene in which Stuart sees his 2 compatriots, Kevin and Bob, as bananas on the boat. But, you know, he was deluded, he was starving, you know, like, that doesn't really mean much. I suppose there is also the scene in which Bob sees the lady with the banana dress and follows her into a taxi. Pretty terrifying thought there. But yeah, I guess that's... Oh, and I guess there is that scene later on with Scarlet Overkill.
Respect. Power.
Banana!
Banana.
And I do suppose that there is also that part at the end where Gru's holding the banana, and all the minions flock towards him. So I guess that is a case of all the minions we see liking bananas. My head. You know, it was interesting rewatching the first Minions film because it was actually not that bad. You know, there's some pretty funny gags in there. There's the scene where the Minions are about to be tortured, but none of the torture devices work. Like they put Kevin in a noose, and he just survives it. He's just one of those guys, I guess. But you know, pretty funny still. And of course, we can't forget the scene about King Bob. You know, where he gets on the microphone and he goes, "King Bob!" And everyone's like, "What?" That's pretty funny. And, you know, I think, you know, we gotta give Illumination credit for settling on Minionese as, like, a fake language, because it is actually pretty fun. Who's that? Who's that over there? It's nothing. It's nothing. You know, I'm just rereading my write-up again, and I've written this. I've written, the Minions have to pull out all the stops to create a show-stopping monster movie. I use the word stop twice, or at least a variant of the word stop twice in one sentence, right next to each other. I mean, maybe we shouldn't be investigating whether the minions like bananas. Maybe we should be investigating my writing skills, eh? How about show-stopping? Pull out all the stops. Show-stopping. I had never seen Despicable Me 3 before starting this video. Do you guys know the Minions leitmotif? I do. It goes like this. It goes da 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 da. What's your favorite Minions film? That's my favorite as well. I actually took notes for Minions: The Rise of Gru. I don't have those notes with me at the moment, but I think I remember them pretty well. The first thing was that there's a big banana scene. There's a coffin banana scene. Why was I making this video again? Oh, the Minion. I guess they like bananas. Okay, case closed. I guess they like bananas. What else? RZA and Michelle Yeoh here. It's pretty cool. I guess if we were to sum up the theme of the Minions films, it's that following someone because of their immoral actions is a folly, because they will simply turn their immorality on your love and devotion. And while you think that this might not apply to real human beings, every day we are reminded by powerful people that the worst actions will be hand-waved and excused away when you build a cult of personality. The Minions teach us that the only thing to see us through to better days is love and devotion to each other, to a collective ideal, and not an individual. Or maybe it's that King Bob is epic, I don't know. No, I think it's probably King Bob is epic. King Bob. I guess it's time for Despicable Me 4 now, so someone's left their banana over there on the floor. Let me go pick that up. So strange that everyone would just leave their bananas on the floor.
Matoka. Salut Marco. Unado. King Bob! King Bob! King Bob!
I suppose if we're to take a lesson from today's events, it's that self-doubt is a powerful thing. It can take you deep into the past or far into the future. Either way, it removes you from the here and now. And sometimes it's hard to get back. I wonder if I am actually back. So I want to investigate. I want to see if these creatures